So Zoro, Usopp, Robin, everyone there at Wano right now, and I think what's going on is that they all have a plan. They're all trying to sneak their way in because we heard that old woman told Robin that she'll never go to the Shogun if she's so bad. So I think what she's trying to do is she's trying to build herself up a reputation and try and go to the Shogun, get close as well, get close to the Shogun. And with Zoro as well, finally seeing Zoro this chapter, I mean that last panel with his sword was just amazing, honestly. Um, Still, his hair looks pretty weird as well. I see all the Straw Hats are, gathered there. As Kyumon said, they're building up trust and they're trying to build up the forces to rally against the Shogun. Well, that was the end of the chapter. Well, before I get there, I'll talk about the beginning with Marco and Nekamushi. Nekamushi, is that how you say his name? Anyway, I'm not too disappointed that Marco isn't going to be joining, but obviously he will be joining in the future, just not as of right now. I'm thinking like Endgame, like not in Wano, but possibly in the future. But maybe after Weevil's defeated. But it was interesting. I didn't know his ability was able to heal other people. Well, he can heal himself, obviously, he's a phoenix, but he can also heal other living beings, which is really interesting. But not to a major degree like his, just a somewhat healing factor. And there's not many healing abilities in One Piece, so it's kind of interesting to see one actually exist. Well, right off the top of my head, I can't think of any healing abilities that heal other people, but it's definitely interesting. And yeah, he looked pretty cool. I'm gonna be honest, he looked really cool. He isn't gonna be joining yet, and honestly, it's just a lot of information dumped. Not very important, but just information that we didn't know about before. So on the island, Whitebeard was putting all the money into the island to what's the word protect it and give him give him a head start. And that was Whitebeard's last thing or his most important thing that he left behind, and that's also where he was buried along with Ace. And I guess Marco and the Whitebeard pirates are just protecting it. Oh, also something very interesting is when he said Blackbeard had the war on that island because Blackbeard went there to I guess take it over, like he's taking everything. I mean, Blackbeard's taking the Whitebeard's fruit. He's taken everything from Whitebeard, even his status as a Yonko. So I'm guessing he wanted that last island, and that's where the payback war started. But I'm not sure who else is on the island. If the other commanders are there, or is it just Marco? Possibly Marco is the only one who knows. We didn't see any other commanders there. And there's that. They probably all split. I think that was actually mentioned before, where the Whitebeard commanders all went their separate ways. But it's interesting. Marco is definitely gonna come back in the future. That's where all the money Whitebeard collected went into the island. Whitebeard was a pretty good guy. It's a shame he's dead. I wish we got to see more of him, but I mean, we saw a heck of a lot of him. But it is what it is. He's gone along with Ace, which is very unfortunate. But then getting into the second part of the chapter, the Wano part, I thought Wano just looked amazing. Let me just go all the way back. Yes, Wano country. It just looks amazing. You can see on the right panel, they're playing I don't know what instrument it's called, the guitar-like instrument with the Japanese people use in Japan, and it just looks amazing. There's a cherry blossom tree. It kind of looks like I'd say a giraffe, but not really. You got the two gates on the left and right. It looks pretty amazing, really. With all the I'm assuming it's all pink as well, sakura flowers. And we've got Frankie, who's become his name now is Frano Suki. He's a carpenter, and he's building houses, I guess. We have Usopp, who's become a toad oil salesman. His name's Usohachi, and he's just doing what he does. I don't know if it's a scam or not. It probably is because it's Usopp. He's got a toad on his head, which looks really cool. And he's got a nice beard. I think a beard would actually suit Usopp. As I said at the very beginning, we have Robin, and she's a performance, I guess. I don't know what it's called. A geisha. In traditional Japan, it is common to add. Okay, never mind. Orobi, and it's in Japan. It's common to add O to the start of the female names. Orobi. She's a she's a dancer, and we see Kiyomon talking about the plan, and with Zoro as well, how he's about to get executed. I mean, I don't know why he accepted it. Maybe it has something to do with Kiyomon, but Zoro Juru, and it says his job is Ronin. I'm guessing I'm pretty sure that's a rank of a samurai. I'm not exactly sure. I'll probably talk about that in my official review. You know, Zoro just looks just henched as heck. You know, he's completely buffed out, and I don't like his haircut, but with that tiny sword, and in an instant he cuts down that building and that guy. And if One Piece was shonen, he would have cut that guy clean in half. But that was absolutely disgusting. I'm glad we finally got Zoro back. Yes, I'm a Zoro fanboy. More so an Usopp, as you can tell by my name, Sogeking. But that's pretty much all I want to talk about. I just read the chapter. It's 6 a.m., 6:12 a.m. It came out at 6 o'clock, in the UK at least, and just wanted to get my thoughts out there before I actually talked about it in depth. But these are just my first thoughts about the chapter, and if you enjoyed it, you know, always check out, subscribe, and wait for my next videos. I'd appreciate it. That's all. Thanks.